If you're a smart woman who overthinks everything, your intelligence might actually be a part of the problem. Hear me out, because I don't want you to actually lose this part of yourself. But what no one ever taught us is that our intelligence got recruited by a younger version of ourselves that learned to stay safe by staying ahead. And if you're watching this, you probably already know what I mean. You're the one who thinks things through, you catch things others don't, you're responsible, you're capable, you're on top of everything. But let's be real, your brain never actually stops. Overthinking isn't just logic, it's that constant loop. What if I said the wrong thing? What if they think I'm incompetent? What if I made the wrong decision? What if this comes back to bite me later? What if it's too late? A typical high functioning thought. And on and on and on. And let me ask you something. How many times have you played out a scenario in your head that never even happened? There was a time in my life where I would leave a conversation and replay it for hours. What I said, what I should have said, what I shouldn't have said. And I thought I was just being self-aware. I thought I was being thoughtful. But really, I was trying to control something that didn't need to be controlled. I was assuming something was already wrong and trying to fix it in order to stay ahead. Does that sound familiar? And here's the part the most high-functioning women miss. Once it's in the subconscious, your brain doesn't know how to stop scanning. At this point, it's automatic. It's constantly planning, anticipating, running conversations, and even when nothing is actually happening. And because you are so intelligent, you justify it. You think, I'm just thinking things through. But this isn't just intelligence. This is your nervous system trying to keep you safe. At some point in your life, your system learned something very specific. If I stay aware, if I don't mess this up, if I stay one step ahead, I'll be okay. And for me, this started really early on. Growing up in an environment that felt unpredictable, chaotic, unsafe, I learned to read the room. I learned what to say. I learned to get it right. So overthinking and hypervigilance, being the one who had it together, became my protection, became my daily protocol. I wasn't overthinking. I was training my body how to stay productive enough to make me feel safe. I remember even on the weekends, nothing on my schedule, and my body still felt like it was on. I'd be thinking about work, future conversations, things that needed to be handled, and even when everything was in place, I would still be looking for something to do, because being still didn't feel known. If I wasn't doing, if I wasn't being productive, if I felt like I was wasting time, then I got uncomfortable. What I realized is my body never actually learned how to rest. And eventually, that catches up with us. For me, it looked like burnout, exhaustion, frustration with feeling stuck in the same pattern, same cycle, same people, same jobs, same internal feelings of never being good enough. And that's when something started to click. Once I reached that precipice of I can't do this anymore. So know that all of this overthinking isn't actually about what's happening in your life right now. It's a pattern you learned and your nervous system adapted a long time ago. It got hijacked by a younger version of you that is now coming up for air and running the show when things seem overwhelming. And that's why the thought of just stop overthinking doesn't work, because your system is using overthinking to create that safety, to allow you to be able to move to the next moment. It's trying to prevent failure, avoid rejection, protect you from feeling like something you felt before that was threatening to your system. So the shift isn't in forcing your brain to be quiet or learning another modality or trying to force yourself to sit in silence. The shift is in learning to see the truth of the story that is running in the background. And this is where we actually start doing something with it. So the first step is to just notice. Catch the moment your brain starts to run. Not after 20 minutes, not after you've spiraled, but right when it starts. When you start to feel like you have to move 20 miles an hour, I want you to just stop and stay tuned into it. Number 2 is name it. Oh, I'm feeling I need to do something urgently. My brain is trying to solve something. The pause and the notice alone will create enough space for you to see the truth. Step 3, this is the part most people skip. Support your body. Slow your breath and actively inhale into your belly. Notice if your body wants to move. Feel into whatever sensation and get out of your head to be present in the moment. Because overthinking isn't actually a thinking problem. When you overthink, it feels like you're using logic, analyzing problems, figuring things out. But what's really driving it is your younger version, hijacking the moment because it feels that you now can't handle whatever is ahead of you. What I want you to know that if you don't start to work with your body, The cycle will keep repeating and you'll stay stuck in trying to think your way out of something that is not actually a problem. You'll never be able to see the moment in front of you for what it really is. And believe me, I know how exhausting this is. I've lived it. I experienced it. And if this resonates with you, I go much deeper into this in my free masterclass. I break down exactly what's driving these patterns, how they show up in your reactions, what it really takes to start shifting them in a way that works with you, not against you. You can watch it for free below.